How can a single person take away so much from somebody else? Take away their pride, their security, and even their virginity. I want you to think about how much PTSD, how much guilt, shame, fear you too might have if you were a victim of rape as well. You could have anxiety, depression after all of this. Your relationships could be affected. And with all this baggage, imagine there's one more piece of luggage you now have to have too. And that's a child. And it's not just any child, it's a child that was conceived by this rape, because this person has entered your body, your vessel, without your consent. So next I want to show an infographic. This is basically just saying and showing in a picture how often rape actually occurs. And this states that 1 in 6 women are raped, or there's an attempted rape. And, also there's 3 million women in the United States every single year who gets pregnant because due to rape. So I really think that this just furthers Warren's point on how important it is for a woman to be able to have an abortion, and because it's so prevalent in today's society. My name is Julia Rakovitz, and in this speech I'm going to be talking about Judith Jarvis Thompson's view on abortion. I am a sophomore nursing student. I have a 3.7 GPA. I'm a part of SNA, which is Student Nursing Association, and I'm also a part of the Sandbox. So the Sandbox is an organization for kids with life-altering or terminal diseases. They're probably not going to make it to their own prom. So us as volunteers, we really try to help their families and these children make fun, loving memories they can remember for a lifetime, help them raise money, help them donate. It's really an amazing organization, and I think that this experience has really shown me how important it is to extend a helping hand and to advocate for people who really can't advocate for themselves, or need help advocating for themselves. And I think this really qualifies me to talk about Thompson's view, because she's also advocating for these women and standing up for these women who can't advocate for themselves due to rape or other circumstances. And Thompson has 4 main principles that support the idea that abortion or detaching from a fetus is morally permissible. And her first one is it's her assumption versus her goal. The second one is her violinist argument by analogy. Her third one is her burglar argument by analogy. Fourth one is the people sees analogy. And then finally, it is her real definition of the word abortion. So Thompson's first argument is her goal/assumption versus her actual view. And in her, assumption, she wants to point out that even if the conservative view, is correct, and the person in her view and the right to life is correct, abortion is still permissible. And she argues that it's still permissible because the fetus doesn't have the right to a woman's body, and the woman can still, detach herself from the fetus without actually having to kill it. And then Thompson's goal is similar, in arguing again that abortion is still permissible, even if the conservative view is correct, being that a fetus has a right to life and a person has a right to life. So Thompson's second argument is her violinist argument by analogy. So I want you to imagine you have been kidnapped. This person has taken you down into a scary cellar, and it's a violinist, and he states, I need to be attached to you for 9 months. You're the only way I can live. I have to, be connected to you for your kidney or something like that. And so, really think about how that would make you feel. Would you stay connected to this person who has kidnapped you just to save their life, just because you're the only person that can save them? So Thompson argues that it is permissible for you to detach yourself from this violinist, because he or she is, using your body, your vessel, for 9 months, and he didn't ask permission. There wasn't any consent for it. So therefore, since a fetus, is attaching him or herself to your body, your vessel, without your permission, it's also morally permissible to detach yourself from a fetus. So because you can detach yourself from a violinist, it is morally permissible that you can detach yourself from a fetus as well. So Thompson's third argument is the burglar argument by analogy. So I want you to imagine that you're doing the dishes, you're in your house, and all of a sudden a burglar just, comes through the window, and he demands that you start making him a room, you start making him food, you care for him. Would you start making up the bed for this burglar who has entered your house without your permission, and let him stay for however many months, years you want him to? Thompson argues that, it's permissible, it is morally permissible to kick out a burglar who has entered your home without consent, and therefore it is permissible for you to detach yourself from a fetus because this fetus has entered a woman's womb without her consent. And this is in the case of an unplanned pregnancy as well. It doesn't even have to be rape because, still didn't ask for consent, and it is your home and it is your vessel. So Thompson's fourth argument is the people seeds argument by analogy. So I want you to imagine you're back washing the dishes, and in front of you, washing dishes, there's a window in front of you, and you have direct, eyesight or eye line to this people seeds tree. And this people seeds tree, the seeds grow into people. So of course, you put a screen on your window so these seeds can't get in. And it's 99% effective. So it usually works. It has a high chance of working. But one day you come back into your living room and you find that one of these people seeds has actually gotten through this screen somehow, and it is now embedded into your carpet, and it is now starting to grow. Would you just let this seed continue to grow? So Thompson argues that it is morally permissible to, uproot this plant from your house, and because it has invaded your home, and even though you use that 99% effective screen, like, that is not your fault if it didn't work. So she says that therefore since it's okay to uproot this plant, it is also okay for you to detach yourself from this fetus because they've also invaded your home. Even if you're using a contraceptive that is 99% effective, it's morally permissible to detach yourself, since it's morally permissible to detach or uproot this tree from your home. So Thompson's last argument is her alternative definition for the word abortion. So Thompson believes that, it's wrong to kill somebody, but it's okay to let them die. So, it's morally permissible to detach yourself from this fetus, but, it's not permissible to just go in there and kill the actual child yourself. So you can detach from this fetus, but you can't actually kill the fetus in the womb. So I want us to revisit some of the analogies I just spoke about. For the violinist scenario, it wouldn't be okay for you to just, kill this violinist to detach from him, right? Like, you detach from him, yes, he's going to die, but you weren't actually doing the killing. Or for the burglar example, it's okay to call the cops, get him kicked out, remove him from your home, but you can't just go and kill the burglar because he entered your home, because these people still have a right to life, but if and the next one is the people seeds argument. It's okay to uproot it and maybe put it outside your house, but it's not okay just to kill the tree right then and there. And that's her point. It's okay to detach yourself from a fetus, but it's not okay to kill it. And so that is her alternative definition for the word abortion. So in conclusion, Judith Jarvis Thompson has 5 main principles that I talked about to support her claim and her views on abortion. So the first one that I talked about was her goal/assumption versus her actual viewpoint. The second one was the violinist argument by analogy. The third one was the burglar argument by analogy. The fourth one was the people seeds argument, and the fifth was her alternative definition for the term abortion. And in all of these, we talked about how, it's permissible for these women to detach themselves from the fetus, but it is not okay to kill them. So, her first one stating that even if the conservative view was correct, the fetus doesn't have a right to a woman's body. And then, the burglar and the violinist and the people seeds, it all stated that these things are invading your home or invading your vessel just like a fetus would be. And it is morally permissible for you to detach yourself or remove these people from your home or remove this tree from your home or detach yourself from this violinist. So therefore, it's morally permissible to detach yourself, from this fetus, which really wraps up into her last claim stating what I have been saying is that, you can remove these people, and that is her alternative definition. You shouldn't be killing the actual fetus in the womb. You should be removing yourself. So again, I really just want you to think about, like, what if you got raped, your daughter was raped, your mother was raped, your sister was raped. Do you believe that for any of these reasons, do you think like they can have an abortion by detaching themselves from this fetus? Do you think that the fetus still has a moral right to life and should be brought to term? Do you think it's fair that women should have to carry a child that was conceived by rape, or even an accidental pregnancy? So I really want you to think about, Thompson's view and if your mind has changed about abortion at all. And I encourage you to do your own research about abortion. And thank you so much for watching.